Hi, my name's Tracy, and welcome to my Diet and Fitness YouTube channel. You might be wondering what my qualifications are for doing this kind of work. I've lost over 100 pounds in the past couple of years. I'm now a certified personal trainer. I own my own fitness studio, and welcome, you're actually in my fitness studio. I'm going to be recording from my fitness studio. And you're going to learn a lot from me. You're going to learn everything from different diet, nutrition, and fitness tips, techniques, and different things like that that I have to offer. I'm also going to show you the correct form on certain exercises. Every client that I've had, and I've been doing this work for a while now, and every client that I have ever had comes into my studio and they think that they're doing the exercises correctly. I've had clients that claim to be, advanced exercisers, and then they come in and they're doing basic squats and lunges incorrectly. And doing these exercises incorrectly can lead to injury, no results, bad results, and we want to stop that before we start it. So I'm going to teach you how to do the exercises correctly. You're also going to be learning some new recipes that I have. I'm going to actually take you into my kitchen and display recipes on different videos and everything. So it's going to be a really, really, really good time. We're going to have a lot of fun, and you're going to learn a lot from me. And so I'm excited about this, and I hope you are too. I'll give you a little bit of background information about myself. I started off, I actually went to college at the age of 17, and I was in college and high school at the same time. And so while I was doing that, I took more general education courses and didn't really know where I wanted to go. And I had a friend who was a psych major, and learning different psychology tips from her, and sort of gave me insight. And for a while I studied psychology. I studied psychology for about close to 4 years, and it didn't feel right. And I always say, if something doesn't feel right, then it's not right. But I didn't know what it was. I couldn't see myself doing anything but psychology, but I also didn't know what the other path could be if there was one. And throughout my 12th grade year, I managed to put on about 100 pounds. And this is 100 pounds plus the 170 that I already weighed. And so it's funny because I didn't realize that I had actually gained that much weight. I mean, granted, I had to keep buying new clothes, but I didn't realize it. But I was always tired. I was always fatigued. I always needed a nap. Every time I got home from school, I would even nap in school sometimes. I always was tired. And I remember just going to the carnival with some friends of mine. Actually, it was an amusement park. And they were all like a third of my size, and I tell this story in my book, and it's just the saddest thing. And here I am, sizing myself up to men, looking, he looks, like he's about my size, and he's going on the ride, so I should be able to go on the ride. And I get on this ride, and I actually sat down, and I was able to sit down, and I go to pull the seatbelt over myself, and I pull, and it just doesn't make it. And so I had to step down in front of 6 of my friends and about 100 people who were at the carnival, or at the amusement park rather. And I just remember that day was a turning point for me, because before that day my weight had never interrupted my life. I was able to do everything. I was able to go to the movies and sit in the seats even though it was tight. I was able to, I was able to do whatever I wanted. But at that point, it was like my weight stopped me from doing something that I wanted, and I knew I needed to make a change, and I had found what I needed to do. So, against the will of everybody who I told this to, and I kind of understand, why now they were saying, don't drop psychology for this, but I had to. And I dropped psychology, and I just started taking fitness, health, nutrition, and that's all that I took. And I took a lot of those classes, and I learned so much. I learned how to eat, how to diet properly, how to exercise, how to lift weights, how to, how it affects your health. And I learned so much. And so I started writing programs for myself, and exercise and nutrition programs, and I lost over 100 pounds. And when I did that, something inside of me sparked, and it said, there are other people out there that really want to do what you did, but don't know how. And I said, I need to be that person that bridges the gap between the person who wants to lose weight and the body that they want. And so I then got my CPR and AED certification from the Red Cross. I got my personal trainer certification from the National Exercise and Sports Trainers Association. And I opened a fitness studio. But before I opened a fitness studio, I was going to and from my clients' houses, which is another story that we'll, discuss one day. That's the whole story of itself. But I opened a fitness studio, and I started, writing ebooks. I have an ebook out now, and it's also available in paperback. And this really changed my life. And I feel for the first time that I'm actually where I belong. I am doing this to help others, and I feel at home when I'm doing this. When I'm in this studio and I have clients in here, and this studio is not that big. It's about, I guess, maybe a bedroom and a half. But I have, up to 3 people in here at once. Normally, groups that come in, a mother will bring her husband and her daughter, or, best friends will come in. And I really feel like this is the work that I was meant to do. And it's a great feeling when you get to that place and you feel like you're doing what you're meant to do. And that's how I feel about this. And so these YouTube videos, they are going to take a while, for me to produce, and it's going to be a lot of time that I'm going to put into it. But if, I can just help somebody, if I can help you. So, as I want to say, I'm going to give you my email address, and write me, ask me questions, ask me whatever you want, and give me show topics. These podcasts and these YouTube videos, because they are going to be podcasts, these videos are for you. And so I want you to take advantage of me and what I can offer you. And email me your questions, your comments, your show ideas. We're going to have contests. We're going to have a lot of fun with these. And I look forward to hearing from you and from working with you. And keep in touch. Again, my name is Tracy, and my email address, you'll be able to see it at the end of the show, but it is Tracy, Tracy, at ladylykefitness.com, or Tracy, Tracy, at 21daybody.com. Thanks.